Hi, this is Melissa with Blockchain WTF, and today we're going to be talking about the one-year review of Bitcoin Cash. The split of the Bitcoin blockchain and the distinction between Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash celebrated its first birthday on August 1st, 2018.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
After the hard fork between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Core. It is important to note that Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Core shared the same Genesis block of 2008, and they had the same blockchain history up until that fork of last year. That is, both coins were on the same coin until the fork. After the chain split on August 1st, 2017, two sibling chains, BTC and BCH, were created from that moment onwards with unique blockchains. Over 17 million Bitcoin were mined by the time of the fork, making the investment before the fork more significant in quantity than any investment in BTC or BCH after the fork. The contention between BTC and BCH relies mostly on the value of investors of Bitcoin before the fork of last year, since that is where most of the BTC and BCH that will ever exist are already held. This hard fork took place after many years of debate on how to scale Bitcoin. The block size was one of many issues concerning scaling. Other issues included the turning on of opcodes for smart contract functionality, fungibility of anonymity, and differing perspectives regarding monetary theory. Satoshi's white paper, written in 2008, detailed Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system that would allow people to transact without the need for a central authority by utilizing cryptography. Bitcoin originated as a cypherpunk initiative that was prophesized in Timothy C. May's Crypto-Anarchist Manifesto of 1992. The main disputes that occurred within Bitcoin and will continue within forks of Bitcoin and crypto at large will originate around the philosophical differences within communities. Will Bitcoin forks and cryptocurrencies turn into surveillance coins compliant with the state, or will they become fungible and mediums of voluntary P2P exchange? The main issues of disagreement were block sizes, irreversibility of transactions, ownership of the Bitcoin brand and network effect, fees, processing time, and ease of use and mass adoption. Bitcoin Core is still at 1 megabyte, while Bitcoin Cash increased to 8 megabytes after the split. They then increased again to 32 megabytes per block. They're trying to keep up with Visa, which can handle 24,000 transactions per second. Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash just had different ideas on how to reach that level. Bitcoin Core's solution was to have side chains, or having transactions on a parallel blockchain, and a second layer like the Lightning Network, which has transactions off-chain that are not recorded on the Bitcoin blockchain except at its open or close. They are also aimed to implement segregated witness, a protocol that allowed less data to be referenced when confirming a transaction. Bitcoin Cash's plan was increase block sizes, and they plan to keep doing so as needed. Although Bitcoin Cash has had a really successful year, getting on multiple exchanges, adding new vendors on board, not all has been rosy in the Bitcoin Cash community since the split. In the Bitcoin Cash community, upgrades are done via hard forks, but this doesn't mean that they're going to create a new coin. The community was scheduled to have a hard fork November of 2018 and May of 2019. However, there was the potential for an actual split in competing chains because of disagreement in the code between N-Chain and Bitcoin ABC. Prevailing thought is that most of the community would follow Bitcoin Unlimited, since its game plan is, differing timelines on when to implement certain features, but they're acting as the mediating technology using both N-Chain and ABC's upgrades to complement each other. Bitcoin ABC is the first software to implement Bitcoin Cash on-chain scaling. Their two-pronged approach to scaling is to remove immediate implementation bottlenecks, increasing the block size limit, and lay the technical groundwork for massive future on-chain scaling. These changes will reduce network spam and modify the fee structure to make the average transaction cheaper. These changes will run on testnet on October 15th, 2018, in anticipation of the network getting too large. On August 16th, 2018, N-Chain announced a new Bitcoin Cash full node implementation called Bitcoin SV for Satoshi's vision, at the request of the miners and the mining pool CoinGeek. Bitcoin SV will implement 128 megabyte blocks, remove the limit of 201 opcodes per script, and will restore more original Satoshi opcodes. Bitcoin Unlimited provides a voice to all stakeholders in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Adjustable block size caps allow node operators and miners to easily adjust the size of the blocks without having to restart the node or recompile new executables. Extreme thin blocks fix the issue of transactions being received twice by each node and reduces the number of required bytes. Parallel validation allows nodes to validate more than one block at the same time as new transactions. From August 1st, 2018, Bitcoin Cash miners have processed nearly 63,000 blocks, and the network is ahead of Bitcoin Core by 6,800 blocks. This is exciting for Bitcoin Cash as they intend to increase the block size and eliminate replace by fee or RBF to allow the processing of more transactions, including microtransactions. Having transaction fees that are a fraction of a penny have allowed for instant settlement with zero confirmations. Zero conf is the state your transaction is in before it's been included in a block, mined, and confirmed by a node. Microtransactions of Bitcoin Cash have increased, from people buying a cup of coffee here in the US or allowing people to eat in Venezuela, where monetary inflation has increased 40,000%. Social media platforms and payouts have also contributed to the increase in microtransactions. Sites like Memo, yours.org, Tipperbots, Reddit, and Twitter have all helped contribute to that. From August 1st, 2017 to October 22nd, 2017, Bitcoin Cash averaged between 6,000 to 12,000 transactions per day. From October 22nd to February 7th, 2018, the average increased to 20,000 to 60,000 per day. As the overall market dipped February 7th to June 30th, 2018, Bitcoin Cash as well dipped and averaged about 20,000 per day again. Bitcoin Cash is bringing on colored coins. Although colored coins were originally thought to be used on the Bitcoin Core network before the fork, the Core community has abandoned the idea and Bitcoin Cash's community has implemented colored coins. Colored coins are layered on top of Bitcoin and are colored with specific attributes, making them usable as tokens to represent anything, including assets. So imagine being able to erase the writing off of a $20 bill and put Melissa money on it, but instead of making a separate Melissa currency with a separate blockchain, I just used that currency to create my own token. It's still a $20 bill, but colored coins reduce the need for every ICO to have a token sale, which just adds a lot of noise, confusion, and conversions to the ecosystem. Smart contracts. When most people hear about smart contracts, they think only about Ethereum, but Bitcoin Cash actually is having smart contracts too. Their smart contract protocol is called Wormhole, and it's built using OmniLayer. OmniLayer is a token issuance protocol that is the same technical basis for Tether. Neither Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Core has privacy set as the default on-chain. So there are multiple projects to bring more privacy into Bitcoin. One of these is called Mimblewimble, which is a proposal for Bitcoin-like blockchain that would be used as a sidechain, or in the future an extension block scheme that would work like an integrated sidechain. Despite all the debate between communities, the objective truth is Bitcoin Cash is being used as cash, proving Bitcoin Cash's utility to be more aligned with the vision held in Satoshi's white paper. The store of value happens on-chain for all transactions, which is more trustworthy than a second layer. In the years since its creation, Bitcoin Cash has expanded onto 19 different services like BitPay or Coindance, is traded on 41 different exchanges, and is involved in 14 different projects like OpenBazaar and Counterparty. Not bad for 1 year. Their long-term approach to striving to be a medium of exchange for merchants and consumers is really important for mass adoption. However, smart investors always diversify their portfolio. Hodl both and see what happens, but Bitcoin Cash is really having a successful first year. Know any other projects or controversy with this? Throw it down in the comments and hit like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching.